panel of 8 to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest. Forgot to do the header cards, so okay, first off, 5 of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Cups reverse, the Nadir and the Open Channel. So these are pre-header cards, obviously, underlying energetics. And this is no lacking. You're still the winner, and you still get that chicken or whatever dinner. Oxtail. Oxtail dinner. 7 of Swords, no BS on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the, what do you call it, card? The header card. So, boop, 3, 2, 1, cheese. Okay, what is this? 9 of Pentacles on the right side, which is the zenith. Like, how wonderful is that to see an immediate increase in pentacle energy. So just as you thought you're not doing so well, but had the hopes for higher, it is reached simply by the intention. And Brother of Water in reversal on the left side. So the motion from the intention to speaking what your needs are, there are enactors delegated to bring that forth, to assist in bringing that wealth. So that's peace of mind. That's definitely words of encouragement, affirmative in the aperture. So the lens, the flexibility in changing from day to night or night to day is I'd say that we're pretty adept on. And you know, like the staring game contest where the winner is the one that doesn't flinch or hesitate to take a break. Well, it's the inverse of that. The heightened win is the ability to adjust between two worlds. And so we saw that in the Symbolon cards yesterday. Well, that was my personal takeaway in being between both worlds, and therefore like 24/7 Hecate energy. Bottom of the deck, Brother of Fire, talk about doing and being successful, therefore the validation of confidence. Top of the deck, no secret to the sauce, 3 of Cups, you have something to celebrate. So I looked at my bank account and I was like, holy motherfucker. Holy motherfucker. Holy Fuddruckers. Yeah, that's how I felt. And I was like, okay, that's barely, this is blah, blah, blah. It's going to be a struggle to have the barely enough portion for certain bill pays. And there's no reason to live in fear. So that's where I'm at, just trusting the process. And I think this is one of the minor tests that are happening in order to test your loyalty, your unwavering loyalty in your perspective as well. So my divine panel of 8. What do you want to tell me now that we're going to get those cards? See, a rush, an undercurrent, and what's after that? The player card, King or Father of Fire. Underneath that, Sister of Fire. Page. Oh, so something's like there's like a invisible dam, right? And it's about to it has like that huge potential force that everybody knows about. Oh, I forgot to get these 2 cards. Remember those? From oh my gosh, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the deck. 10 of Cups is going to cut to 8 of Wands. Yeah, 8 of Fire. So things are ping-ponging my way. I don't see it because I'm like looking at this straight line path and I'm like, oh, I don't see anything. I just see like wavelengths back and forth. And it's like, be sure it's on your way, Tina. I see you, you see me, we're okay. And then 2 of Cups in reverse is going to cut to what? The Emperor card. Oh yeah, the Emperor, the boss. The big boss is going to handle those relationships that have gone sour. You know, those partnerships that have become very deceitful in its presentation. Like, oh yeah, I'm undercover your kin. You can trust us, and then you find out they're not so good material. About that. So I didn't remember about 85% of the movie, which was quite refreshing. I just wanted to, it was one of my favorite movies and still is. And I just totally get it now. I just wanted to watch it to extend a different perspective to him. And you know, when we're looking at different eras, centuries, looking at that time span, um, that time span, um, there's a frequency that is in my here and now transgresses time. But I know that I'm like it's been affirmed I know that I'm like it's been affirmed that I'm being watched by those evolved beings and therefore protected and provided for. It just it helps. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. And that makes a lot of sense to what's transpiring here when I am in most need. So I really do appreciate that part. Okay. I feel like with any disappointment, dude, that sucks. Right? And then, dude, that sucks. Right? And then that I had to change locations because there was so much so many reconnection issues. So hopefully I'll do a part B. So why should I let anything stop me, right? So looking at this, so this might be repetitive because I'm not sure exactly what took on the reading. So this interaction from me to my extraterrestrial kin also follows suit to another level. There's a greater power which puts them in this position for the reciprocity to follow through. And then it goes, it goes on those tiers. So let's say angelic type of energy is responding to my extraterrestrial kin on the second level, right? So then there's another level where the angelic energy is seeing highest power. So this is excellent, and like patting each other on the back like the chain reaction. So this is a like glorified version of like the butterfly effect is what they're telling me. And because of the discouragement, look what I found in my purse. Yoda, do or do not. There is no try. And regardless of our inputs, let's say the judgment of our inputs, it's still an investment which is very much recognized. Like you did your part, you did what you could in order to get the best winning strategy and secure that. So you did that, Tina. All right. So where's the cards? Oh, there you are. Okay. What fell down was just like this. It is the Magus, the Magician, with the accentuated card of the Mother of Wind. So I speak nothing but the truth, and I practice accordingly. Yeah, for sure. The Queen of Wind, the Queen of Swords, is it's basically like the Emperor's niece, to put it straight. You know, it's a certain mentorship within that kinship level of, and the gratitude of the higher power, where you learn like tribal secrets of the practice. You know, so it's not just the tribal knowledge, but the tribal secrets of it. So that's a huge advantage, and knowing that. It doesn't isolate you into this compartmentalized version of, this is where Tina's at. This is her success story based on like her bank account or any facet of life for that matter. Okay. So anything else that you want to say, my divine panel of 8, to my extraterrestrial kin, divine kin? Anything else that you want to say to them? 7 of Cups. Because it provides a lot of relief, it also leaves space, leaves this feng shui gust of wind, gust of opportunities, options, solutions, insight. Because your mind is not so cluttered on this like singular polarity of this is what it is right now. It's not a forever will be. That's just an angular view of like that ping pong effect, like, oh, you're here. But that doesn't mean that you're never going to get to here. There's a strategy in that moving. And I think part of that is the reason why, you know, when I was doing that reading that night, where I escaped, they're calling it escaped, fled type of energy. I heard in my, it was so clear, like, go, like evacuation type of energy, like go now. And I knew by what I heard and what then I amplified through my body, like the torso type of energy, that it was almost to the last warning. And so that got me a lot more agitated, because like the window of opportunity was closing at that. And so yeah. So this opens up a lot of insights in how to resolve in the exit plan. Okay, so what does my extraterrestrial divine kin want to relay to me? What do they want to transmit to me? And I'm just asking for me right now. Death and the Sun card. Oh my gosh, this is like a huge transition point. This is a massive portal that does not decline its interest in me. Like, I chose you, and you are coming along. So, the excellent thing about like changing timelines is it's not very much of a conceptual thing. It's very tied in. It's tied very much and tiered within the matrix. So it's like when you opt into a better way of doing things, you opt into a better life. And so the concept of changing timelines is so much more tangible in its in the environment than we think. So like after watching Interstellar till the very end, I realized so many things, which is like, sometimes I worry, like if this world becomes like this world here and now, this matrix comes into supreme chaos, that's that song, Existence VIP by Excision, and that it's, how do I say it? It's not so dude, how do you say it? It's not so mechanical in the here and now. So when you, it's almost like the Mandela effect, 100%. Like there's a black hole within the matrix, and we call it like the Mandela effect because it's like it's lost. Like what happened? And I know that existed. Like, and so I don't believe it's a governmental thing, though. I feel like the government is aware of this, of such things. But to explain it in these measures, it I think it modifies how what their upcoming approaches are. So how do I want to say this? So like, if this world in the here and now were to run into complete and utter chaos, then and I've shown my interest in compliance, not just shown interest, but I've complied with the how do I say it? My interests and my doings are in alignment with higher evolved beings. They switch me to another matrix. So that matrix is like, so in that capacity, I tend to be very concerned with my kids. Like, so what's, like, you are going to bring them along, right? You are going to bring them along, etc. Or like, we're going to figure out, it's not just a me thing. It's going to be also with my kids. And so this offers a lot more relief in what do I call it? This is like a unique hall. Not many get the luxuries of being able to take people with them. And so my impact is great enough to be able to bring my children into new timelines so that they're not suffering in old ones. You know, their now is not suffering in old ones. And so, depending on the frequency of how much I transgress these challenges and battles, I can bring so much with me, like kind of like Noah's Ark level. And then that timeline, that old timeline, is it's destroyed. You know, like, so nobody's suffering in that anymore. And instead of like lingering about in this like black hole system. So that's excellent. Okay, anything else you want to say? But that's, oh my gosh, that is so insanely, like, I've never seen these two together. You know, it's kind of like, let's hold hands before we cross the street type of energy. You belong to me, I belong to you. This is Anubis Hecate energy. Knowing that, like, I'm bringing you to a safer place, a far better place, a far better timeline. So this is essentially like an ego death. When we switch timelines, it is an ego death. And so it's celebratory in like the ancestral realm. Like, you got it. You got the magic. You understand, like, what our transitions are like. Like the human transitions are like, or this, I guess, the spirit's transition is like between worlds. And this is bountiful. So do not fear where we're going to next. Okay, so that's excellent. It's bringing, oh my gosh, this is like being brought into a new opportunity, like freaking a new portal. So this is like, got a jet, do that, and like this is the what do you call it? It's the fuel. It's basically a jetpack of being taken to another place. Two of Cups in reverse, followed by the 10 of, yeah. So that's where we're going, okay? Oh, it's like great work, sacred chord. Yeah, we're pulling you through. What? You see that frequency? Right? It's like we're taking you there. That's crazy. So it's important to be objective. Like detached in their methods. Which of the deck? The practitioner, like the daily practitioner. You see this pod? Oh my gosh, the escape pod. Holy smokes. Ah, this is so good. It's like, you know, we talked about the ripple effect and how we conversed on it, on the variations of the trickle effect. So I've made great impact, and that magic alone allows me to escape any unfavorable outcomes. What's behind her? I'm curious. The Garden, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Holy smokes. You get to reap what you, like, Tina, like, this check's got your name on it. Ace of Wind. So, in reverse. So this is happening kind of like in the evening. Dusk is what's shown here, like, how do I say, as night approaches, like I got it like on point, like what's not visible tonight. So I'm gonna do my 3 takeaways, and as long as I see a head count on here at any given time from here to there, I will go ahead and do a card pull for you. I feel like I need to do 3 takeaways for me as a standard, and then 3 takeaways for my extraterrestrial divine kin. So first off, as a host to this, I'm going to do 3 for them first, okay? Their first takeaway is communication. Oh my gosh, unstoppable communication. Fluent. But each pinpoint, each location that, like each layover, depicts growth. Like, so you get a souvenir from this place, souvenir from here, souvenir from there. So there's 8 points here, obviously, of growth. And the souvenirs, it's like, you know, the 3 wise men bring like gold, incense, myrrh, that kind of thing. You get 8 gifts, Tina. So when you look at this journey, you're like, okay, you're the admin, and you're like, okay, I've done this like 1,000 times, and this is the potential itinerary. We can go this way or we can go that way, but this is the best route possible. And your boss is like, what the fuck, 8 layovers, what? And you're like, trust me, you go ahead and take a gander. I've looked at different service providers, other, you know, and how to go about this, and they're like, yeah, you're right. And so, like, you have to do like a little bit of like a salesman pitch, and like, okay, so you're gonna go here first, and then look, this is gonna give you a tool to get to over here, and then you like what, pastries or whatever, and this place is known for that, so it's gonna give you like, it's gonna let you like chill for a bit, and it's gonna be more of a scenic thing. And then over here you're gonna spend like, I know, an hour and a half in this layover, but what are you gonna do? Well, it turns out that this, you know, band is playing locally or whatever, and you get to enjoy a little bit. So then it further relaxes you. Like, you have food in your tummy, and then now, like, your most preferred, and then, like, you have, like, an excellent band playing, like, just it so happens, while other things are being covered, business, you know, and pleasure. And you go over here, which is parallel, and you're like, okay, now I can be straightforward with business, right? So this is, like, business, pleasure, business, pleasure, business, you know, like, it's like that. So you become a really good not just organizer, but like marketeer Yeah, a good marketer in convincing that this should happen. This is the best option. So like the other option would be like one layover less. And normally the boss would be like, I'll take the one with the least amount of layovers. I'm like, but you're going to be in this city, which is like arid conditions, there's almost nothing there, etc., etc. And then you're going to go over here and you're going to run into like your ex of like 30 years in a divorce, and then like it's like the neighboring city, so it's like, you know, you just know. And then sorry about that, I just got a call. So yeah, so they're like, yeah, I'll just go with that additional layover. But they heard all they needed to hear. And so that's funny. So that's the first takeaway for my extraterrestrial kin, divine kin. What is the clarifier for that? Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So when you realize the shortest destination point isn't quite the best route, that shortcut leads to and I wouldn't call it an option. Why don't you just take it? So Six of Water in reverse is kind of like investing in something new, a new perspective. Okay, so we've never done an 8 point layover trip, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna assert a bit of faith in the round table, and know that it's going to derive in, like, it's going to result in something better. Okay, you're an expert at this. You've done it 1,000 times. You have a great attitude. You're not just selling me this, but it's done with great purpose. So I'm with you. Okay. Second takeaway is karma. This is justice listed as karma. So this is judgment embedded in the justice system. It's like automatic. And there's strategy as above, so below, but there's so much more dimension, not just in the hues and the options to seeing beyond the black and white. So again, the Six of Cups is carrying through based on yesterday's admission of material. So there's that. But there's like something keen on like the spirit of the law in this. Like, this is Crayola crayons over here, you know. Instead of just seeing eye to eye, it's point to point. I get you. I get you. You see, like, the midpoint in it is like the mediation point, that connection point that's very much highlighted, like, as a gray area, you know, on both sides. The clarifier for that is, for their second takeaway, Sister of Fire. So things are just about to ignite, and what came with it are these two cards. Four of Cups in reverse, aka the Flood, and Mother of Water. So, like, I know what I'm talking about. This is the best option to go. And one thing leads to another. So their first takeaway leads into the second. Yeah, this is the best rollout for how things are supposed to transpire. Yeah, so the third takeaway for them is the Way of the Cross, Ten of Wind in reverse. This is not just the best way to go, but like, this is rocketeering type of energy, like the best engineering ever possible. Between our world and between their world, the best engineering. This is Phoenix engineering. So that's excellent. And when we're talking about the level of like them helping me out as a surprise investment, surprise period, is what I'm hearing, is that the greater divine, let's say, angelic presence is also assisting them. So it's not just their technology to ours, but, you know, the systems in place from angelic energy touching into to their realm as well for assistance. The clarifier for that third takeaway is One of earth. Yeah, very much invested. You see? You see, this is like a coin that's has prism qualities to it. You see, like there's so much reflection. It's like this mosaic of facets of life that it affects. So this is a great impact, a great investment. Okay. So excuse me. I don't know if like the interruption has affected the audio, so I'm going to repeat this again. So the clarifying energy in that is not just the phoenix energy prefix to this, but also patting everyone on the back for like with a great investment. It's a pentacle, it's a huge pentacle that is valuable in itself, but this is an evolved version where it has prism, like light prism energy tied into it. So we have the facets here of how many it affects, like how much it beautifies. And so this is excellent. Okay. So my 3 takeaways are, first off, 4 of fire and 6 of earth for sure. So this is home and hearth. This is self-realization that there is going to be reciprocation. Flame of spirit is what it's listed as with beautified here. So not only does the human spirit isn't like secured, like you're not a sellout, you're by your methods. This is saying that I forget what you're saying about that. Flame of spirit. This is like a glow up type of energy. Yeah, definitely. So things are on point, in full effect, and you're saying effective immediately. Okay, so my second takeaway, no, what's a clarifier for that? The Empress. Oh no, Tina, you are locking things down for sure. You're locked in, is what they're saying. I'm well recognized. Like, so you know what? Like, Tina, do not limit yourself and do not phase the things that you have to forego, like the head count here and like who's following, who's watching, who's liking. Like, don't stress over that. You are so much more superior than the common ground of what others, you know, aspire to achieve. And this is not to be an insult, but it's matter of fact. So, you know, take pride in the things that are upcoming, because you're foregoing, like you don't let it phase you. With the numbers on here, there's a greater, I'm applauded by greater powers, I'm recognized by greater powers, there is an exchange with greater powers, and so it's excellent. Okay, my second takeaway is back to the other reading. They're saying like, I am the effing Empress, you know? 6, and they said they wanted me to accentuate. It's like, I am the fucking Empress. Okay, so my second takeaway is 6 of fire and 10 of fire in reverse. That's 16. It's kind of like the tower moment, almost like so striking in its victory stance. Like you not only are, you know, like they say, with great power comes great responsibility. This is like the power of like your success doesn't confine you to being burdened, you know what I mean? So the success isn't just a relief point, but in its like spirit sense, but also in its tangible sense, like the pentacle energy. I don't know what that's what they're saying. It's like Ghostbusters in the ethers, basically. So the clarifier for that is, I'm getting like family room type of energy. 3 of fire in reverse. So it's bringing along, like this is a hall, like of like a gift hall, basically what's coming through for sure. So the success has a huge amount of rewards. So leading into my third takeaway, great segue, is the Lover's card in reverse. Okay. So it's bringing in very solid, accountable relationships. The clarifier for that is 9 of Swords, 9 of Wind. Yeah, so it's like a release party. You see how, like, the 10 of Wind almost captures it? Captures, like, the Ghostbusters energy, right? So, you're relieved from, like, dark energies and tensions, etc., like spell work, all of that. The confinements of, what's to be resourced here and how to do it. This is an evolved way of bestowing gifts to me, basically. So this is like the release party. Like, instead of a cage, it's like release, you know? So there's a huge emphasis on what's coming through. In fact, there's a discernment on, like, it's like a release party, you know? I don't, it's so weird. Can I get a clarifier for that? It's so weird. The Hanged Man. There's some, like... Okay. So whatever issues, concerns that may be at hand within this world, this timeline, they're saying just be objective to it. Like, just because, like, there's projected deadlines in order to pay bills and this and that, and you look at, like, the hardened reality of whether or not, like, do or do not, there's, like, you know, what they're saying is there is a try. You have many goes at things, Tina. So even with all the rejections of, like, putting in applications here and there, even for freaking entry-level jobs, like, you just have to finish high school, or, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't even gotten my foot in the door for those. Not even a freaking interview for that. And those that want to pretend like they're trying or assisting with that, like, I don't need to have the chip on my shoulder anymore. Like, I don't need to feel any illness with regards to how people take on my energy, because what I've observed is when I'm interviewing for roles that are far lower than my value, it's just a way to gain entry to my personal information. And it's like, you know what, don't waste my time, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather you just say no. Don't entertain me, you know? And so because I do not find it entertaining, you know, when I see right through you. And so rather than having a chip on my shoulder by the factual sense of looking at the patterning, and those observations, affiliated sentience that, you know, attempts to entertain, just be objective. Like, you don't have to do the most, you don't have to scurry around, Tina, in what it looks like here and there. This cocoon status is like warping you, like, you know, encasing you into an area where there's something far better. You see? And so that's what they want to say. It's like, well, just wait, you'll see. Just wait, you'll see. Okay? Okay. Just rest here in your, like, cryogenics pod of, like, the cold, and just know that, just trust us on the process. So I feel like, as a closing statement, I need to get one for my divine extraterrestrial kin. From source itself, like main source. The Hermit card. So, there's many, life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. Everyone must stand alone, or be, you know, I hear you call my name and it feels like home. So, back to that area of, like, creating home wherever you go. The embodiment, your temple, that's how you carry yourself. Your structure, your form, is built, is stacked, and that's what you share along the journey. So, you see, like, the Pearl of Wisdom is in the right hand. That's what we've created from all of, like, the dirt. What is that song by Marilyn Manson? Nobodies. Yeah, somebody's tomorrow, something's dirt. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. So this is very much tied into, like, look, on the foot, this is the first time I've ever noticed this. It looks like a tongue right there. So it's like, even when you engage in the dark night of the soul, when you do not fear going into your own darkness or that of any others, it's almost like, you know, like you're stepping on toes, but you're actually stepping on snakes. So you can't go wrong when you start with your left foot instead of your right foot. Like, the hokey pokey doesn't determine your fate. So as long as you're engaging in it and you're not the best dancer, there's no missteps. So instead of stepping on someone's toes, you're stepping on snakes. So this is Indiana Jones, like, you know, landed back to the ground, and it's like, no, it's like you win at this. So that's excellent. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, passions, from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit, ultimate source, and then for cleansings and blessings, and then to be refortified in me, only me, hassle free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all modus points included. But now that this reading is officially over, how do I see one person on here, and I'm not sure if I should do a takeaway on that. Well, I think we're fine here. Okay, so upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout, enlighten love. I close the portals in this reading now.